All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Catching with Craig here. And this is a little bit different episode. As you can see, we're not on the water. We are currently at my home away from home. Now, I know you're probably you've clicked on this video to see something about this camper. I think it's Salem River FSX. It's a 200 RK, which is the rear kitchen, which is what the RK stands for. I believe it's 22 foot long. And as I said, I'm sure you're here to see the review on that. But I want to start out with something light and good. As you can see, I'm here. It's a little windy. I'm sorry for the audio. I apologize. There's not much more I can do about that. It's just windy all the time. Winston, my boy, is here, my little travel companion. And I want to talk about these first. So this is a portable fencing system that has basically these little tiny poles that set down, dig in, and keep Winston inside and safe. And I got these from Amazon. Now, when I originally bought them, they were about $87 for a set of 8 panels. 8 panels is not that big, so we ended up getting 3 sets. 3 sets was allowed me to be able to offset this from the back end of my camper right by the door, bring it all the way up front. Now you can see my my lawn isn't mowed. I just got back up here. We've left this camper as a seasonal. I had to bend him out, kick him out here just a little bit so I can get into my front storage compartment. We'll get to the front storage compartment in a little bit because I got one issue with this camper in the front storage compartment. So I wanted to mention that while Winston's eating grass, they have a gate with each set, so it makes it easy for in and out. As well with the dogs, not only does it make it great for them, it makes it great for my 2-year-old son. So we do have the ability to leave, come and go. There's 3 separate gates. I put 1 at each corner, basically, minus the main primary door. And then we have the ability to leave Hunter out here, not have to worry about him. And we can kind of like just sit and watch, and he can't get to the road, and we can just kind of chill under this beautiful awning. Now this awning is electric, comes out nice, slides out on its own, goes back in on its own, basically at the push of a button, I should say. And it's relatively good. But the problem I have is we have a couple different issues with this, and I've had this camper since 2019. I bought it brand new in 2019 from Keystone RV Center. Now, I'm sure you can see that. Hopefully it shows up a little nicer there. So Keystone RV Center, great to me. I called down, they're about 3 hours south of me. They're basically in the Maryland border, which is great. That's fine. I drove down, I called down in advance, said that I specifically wanted this camper because it met our requirements for space, size, and everything price that we needed. So I drove down, met them, and got this camper and brought it home. Great, no problems. Until the very first time I tried to take it out. And let's take a look inside here real quick. Sorry, they are pulling some canoes and tubes up from the creek. So let's take a look inside here real quick. As you can see, there are plenty of storage space. Here's a closet here. Now we opted for the rear kitchen. The rear kitchen doesn't come with bunks, so we gave up the bunk space for the extra 2 people for these 2 closets, the rear kitchen, and the fold-out dinette set. So this slides out, everything is perfect, everything's good. And we have a bathroom and a queen-size bed in the back. Here's my problem. So, very first time I take it out, my wife is a new mother. We're at the St. Lawrence River in upstate New York, right on the Canada border. And we are camping, and the very first time I try to use it, this Dometic refrigerator doesn't work. Okay, so the freezer's working, but the actual fridge isn't. I call the RV center. They go ahead and tell me that there's nothing they can do about it because it was started unlevel. So what they're saying is the oil on the inside of it is basically not going through because it's ammonia system. It's a long story, but basically how these work is off of ammonia system. It heats up the ammonia cools down the refrigerator. So they said it started on level. However, the problem is it's leveled at the campground and I'm using it for the first time. So obviously it wasn't my fault. I take it, they apparently pull it out, flip it upside down, leave it for 24 hours, and then it starts to work. So you basically have to get that juice flowing. That cost me $200. Okay, I don't think that's my fault since it's the first time I tried it, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't understand how things work. I mean, relatively smart guys. I don't think that's the case, but who knows? So with that being said, we're camping for the very first time, and I wanted to tell you about these compartments down here. So these compartments are right underneath the bed. So the bed's behind this window, and as you can see, there is this support beam. I'm hoping that it will pick it up okay here. So this beam is basically the only thing from here to there, all the way across, that's supporting the bed. And you can see this is actually the bottom of the bed right here, sitting above this. So what we ended up doing here is they only have a couple screws coming in from the other side over here, and then I think there's one, no there's not. So there's just 2 screws coming in from the inside of the bed here, and this basically, the majority of the bed is floating. So this support was not here. This whole bed collapses in the middle of the night, and you could stick your whole hand down in here from up top, because there's no support and this is just a floating bed, okay? So 2 adults and 2 dogs. I have 2 corgis, so what's that, an extra 50 pounds between 25-pound dogs, and 2 adults were enough to pull this bed and separate it from the actual top portion and the cabinets that are here and the bottom, because there's nothing to hold these together. It's as cheaply made as you possibly can do it. So I basically put this 2x4 in here as a vertical support myself, and this was enough to get it to hold up and keep us good to go. As you can see, there's plenty of storage down here, no complaints with that. I've got my hitch in here, my drain pipes, all that stuff's in here. So no real complaints with that, except for the fact that the bed just collapsed on us in the middle of the night. Awesome. So that's 2 days into our camping trip, and now I had to use my pump jack from my truck and physically jack it back up into place, and then put my leveling blocks from my camper, the extra ones I had, to keep us supported up vertically so that we wouldn't fall back down through. Now, that's strike number 2 with a camper that is brand new. Like, I mean, no previous owners, straight from the dealer, straight from the lot. Okay, so no big deal. Now, fast forward 2 years, we're here, we're fishing. It's my mom and I and my grandmother, my wife, my kid, our 2 dogs. We're having a great trip, fishing for 3 days. And then my wife goes home, she's got work to do, and I'm going to stay an extra day. I go to flip the shower on, and wouldn't you know it, what's that noise? Oh, it's a leaky pipe. Awesome. So this is going to be tough to see. I know it's going to be, unfortunately, because it is a dark, not well lit area, but I'm going to do my best to show you. So you can see your standard cupboards here, everything's great, except for the fact that I had to rip this cupboard out. Now, this is not me doing anything. They literally cut one portion and then punched a hole in the wall to run 3 wires, basically. And I'm sorry about the echo. So when they cut the hole in the wall, wouldn't you know it, they didn't pay attention to the pipe that was sitting directly behind it. So let's see if this picks up on camera. Oh, look at that. They sliced a hole in the pipe. Crazy. So now I have a replacement pipe. I needed to go get that, as well as order the tools for the crimper. It's basically a hose crimper. Ordered it from Amazon. I'll link it in the description below. But basically, had to order a hose crimper and buy a new piece of pipe because they just straight up sliced it through. So it held for a little bit, but as soon as it got pressure built up behind it, I guess it was 2 or 3, it's 2 years now, it's 2021. And it held up enough time just to get it through to here. And as soon as the pressure built up with the actual hot water heater, like the tank, it built up enough pressure to blow that line. So there we are now, three major, I want to say major issues. I mean, the bed should never fall down into the storage compartment. I don't think you should ever cut the hot water pressure pipe. Maybe. I have no idea. And a first-time fridge use was my fault that it wasn't leveled, even though it was leveled at the campground. Very strange. I don't really complain about many things, but like, I will never buy another thing from Forest River. They have absolutely no quality care or no quality control. They literally punched a hole in the wall of the bottom of the camper because it's hidden behind a normal, basically a normal shelf there. Let me see if I can show you this real quick. So this shelf is just tailed into the wall. You can see I got all my stuff piled up here because I usually keep my pots and pans on there. Oh, but look at, currently my pots and pans are sitting in the shower because I had to pull everything out of there while I had my family all here. And I couldn't fix that pipe because I didn't have one right here in the area. I had to run to an RV dealer locally to be able to get it and then come back. Now my family isn't here. This is a week later. We actually ended up just limping along, didn't take a shower that night, went to the actual showers, took a shower up there from the campground. Thank God they had something. Like it's a nice campground here. So I ended up taking a shower up there and then coming back that this next weekend here. I'm gonna close this for a second because I know it's windy out there. I wanted to do the rest of the video in here because it's a little less windy. I can control it a little better. So long story short is now I got to fix that pipe. Once I fix that pipe, pressurize it and hope it holds. But this is just my review on this camper. Like I said, Forest River, I have no affiliation with them, of course, which is why I wanted to give you an honest review. There is basically no way I'll buy another one from them. They apparently have no quality control, or they have no care, I guess, about the product that leaves their sales floor. It's just little things, but like little things over and over and over again on a brand new vehicle is just really disappointing, really disheartening actually. I guess other small things, the LED light doesn't work on the trailer already, like on the front here. I didn't even use it. It's the jack LED light. It's just it's small things, but it's just like a lot of small things that just show that there's zero quality control. They don't care what they're doing. They just pump out as much as they possibly can, as fast as they possibly can, and they want to just get these out, make as much money as they possibly can, and don't care about the people that have to suffer with it. So I'm gonna keep this thing because I feel like I fixed everything, but who knows? I guess it's only time will tell until something else blows out on it. Speakers, lights, whatever it happens to be. I'm sure it's bound to happen now. But like I said, I don't like to make these videos because it's not really who I am, but I just wanted to express my concern with this in case you're looking at something from Forest River, or in this case it's a Salem FSX. I just think it's not it probably isn't the best thing for you. Spend the extra money, get a different one. Spend less money, get a different company, whatever you want to do. But I just I don't recommend these guys. Thanks for watching this video. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you guys learned something. I hope maybe I saved some people some time, some energy, maybe some headache with something like this. It's insane to me. But Winston and I, we are going to, come here buddy, we're gonna say goodbye. You're gonna say bye? Tell them, make sure you subscribe down below. And until next time, just roll that music.